welcome back to another Day Media video. Today's video is going to be super fucking good. Put your listening ears on. Let's get to it. So basically for today's video, honestly, YouTube channel has been going crazy. I want to say hi to everybody that's new. Hey guys, I'm Sunday. I'm 22. I live in LA. I had a clothing brand. I had other businesses. Notice the best part I was good at was marketing and pushing a story or a brand out to an audience. That's what I'm good at. So I was like, hey, let me start this. And this is what I'm doing now. And it seems to be working. And you guys seem to be getting results out of it. So this is what I do. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of content strategies that you guys have been getting from me. A lot of people have been getting audits from me. A lot of people have been doing all these things. So I thought I'm seeing a repetition in most of the brands that are reaching out to me to get things done. And the repetition is here. I'm just going to show you 3 reasons why your brand is not growing from all the brands that I've been working with, and like the 3 top things that I see. All this is just kind of me putting everybody together and like taking out those 3 things that you might be doing in your brand right now. Also, messy socials. So one thing that I see a lot of brands have that it kind of pisses me off is like the socials. It's like too much. A lot of brands do this. It's literally, it's no cohesiveness. It's no repetition. It's nothing that I could like I can't go through it and I don't see a storyline, right? So that's my main thing. Like human beings, we're visual. And we need to see some type of repetition. We need to see a routine, and we need to see a story. That's like human psychology. Like human beings need that for us to be invested in something. You can see this through your routine daily. You can see this, what I just said, through people you like or want to be with. Like everything is calculated with a human being, even though you think it's not. We're super calculated. So messy socials. Socials should not have 3 aesthetics. It should be repetitive and look appealing. So my thing is, if your socials has 5 different things on it with 5 different people, all the models are completely different looking, I think you should always get a model that looks similar, or they all look like they're in a similar range of each other. Now, I know like runways and all that shit, like more luxury brands, more high-end brands, everybody kind of looks different, but they kind of look the same at the same time too if you really look. But for streetwear brands, and if you're building a community, I really think to push that community element that you should have models that look similar to each other. I know this might be like controversial. People might like, hey, what are you talking about? I really do think that. Like if you have people that kind of look in the same realm of each other, I feel like when somebody scrolls on your Instagram or somebody scrolls on your TikTok or anything that you have, Pinterest, and if they see it and they repeatedly see the same looking person kind of, it puts them in a space where this is a place for a community. So that's why I think people should really look into doing that. I think it's important. One thing I've noticed, the people who do have like socials that's kind of like a lot going on, they don't have when it's like a lot going on at one time and they're like kind of like they don't have a why for their brand. And I've been talking about this my whole time as a clothing brand person, marketing person. I've been talking about this the whole time. Like your brand has to have that one thing, that one why. Like why does this customer like me? Super fucking important to have. Why does this customer like me? If you can answer that, why does this customer like my brand? I'm sorry. Why does this customer like my brand? What is important about my brand? Why do they want my brand? Why do they want to be a part of my community? Why do they want to wear my clothes? If you cannot conceptualize that why, that means we have to go back to square one and figure out what was the first point of you creating this brand. If you don't have the why for your brand, it comes full circle of understanding, does your brand actually have a why? Like if your brand doesn't have a why, that's the issue with the messy socials or never knowing what to post. You can go look at your favorite brands right now and you can kind of see the repetition that they have. This is kind of like super important when you have a brand or you're building a cult. You have to say the same things consistently. I'm reading a book. I'm going to show you guys this book I'm reading right now. No, it's called The Language of Fanaticism, Cultish. It's by Amanda Montell. This book, so fucking good. It talks about how all like the cult people, how they create a community of people that literally listen to every fucking thing they say, which is what we're trying to do with our brands. And it literally, it even goes down to how they speak, which I'm super into. Like when you write a caption for your brand and stuff like that, the stuff that you write in that caption, make sure it's language like your audience will use, plus add some type of your own lingo within it. That's a little plus that you guys could use. But this book, if you read it. It's so fucking good. It's 284 pages. That's not long at all. I have like 70 more pages left in there to read, but that book is so good. Again, like I said, one thing that she says in this book is that you have to repeat yourself. That's one thing. You have to consistently repeat yourself and show them why they need your shit every day. And that could be shown through content. That could be shown through the way you speak in your captions. You have to consistently tell somebody why you're here. What was the first reason that I grasped you in my brand? What was the words that I said that made you want to buy my brand? And why are you here right now? You consistently have to remind the customer that. Guys, I repeat myself. If you watch my videos and you're consistently watching them, like, I'm not going to tell you, like, I don't use these tactics on y'all too. I repeat myself. These slideshows and shit, like, break me down sometimes. Like, okay, what was Day's target audience? How did they do this? I could be your market study, honestly, because the way I did it is similar to the way I'm telling you guys to do it. I just have to do it slightly different because I'm not selling clothes. But again, one marketable topic that works for your brand. So what's that one thing? Not the why. Okay, so the why is why I want to put these clothes on. And this is more like the emotional side to your brand. Like, why do I want this clothes? And emotional, don't take it too serious. Don't talk about like a fucking PETA shit. Like, the dogs are dying, so like, that's why you need to wear my fucking shirt. No, nothing like that. It could be like, again, I always think somebody should go for what you want to be in life. I'm your future of what you want to be. When you wear my clothes, you could become what you want to be in life. I love that. I think every brand does that some way, somehow. I don't care what brand you are. I feel like every brand is doing that. So if that is your why, okay, that's your why. But maybe you need to break it down to specific points. This dream that you have is with your brand. The dream that your customer has with your brand. Okay, so one marketable topic that works. One topic. So I believe brands have topics. I believe brands have why, the emotional side, and I believe brands have topics. One topic that you know that works. Now, this topic cannot be super creative. This topic needs to be marketable. That's why people always say, I need to test the market out first before I see if my product works. So one marketable topic could be something simple as, it has to be something simple you could say in one word. A brand I work with is Working Girl Collective. It's honestly, there is in the name. It's for working girls. That's a marketable topic. That's why I tell people, like, you need one thing that's easy to market, because if you have that one thing that's easy to market, you can make endless content, right? So if you can, think of a couple of brands that you like and think about that one topic that they consistently get you with. Brands like health brands easily get people with that one marketable topic. Like Element and Athletic Greens, they easily get you with, like, this is a probiotic. You need this probiotic. You're gonna die without this probiotic. Element, that is a like a electrolyte brand, and it talks about how we lack salt. Humans lack salt. So it's like one thing that you can repeatedly say that people kind of know about, but they don't know enough. So they need that information. So that's why I tell people, like, for your brands, you should have that. That's one thing that you should get for more more like beauty brands or like health and wellness brands. I feel like they do that good. They have one marketable topic that they're consistently going to talk about, and that's how their cult is built, really. You know, guys, I'm super like, don't go downtown and fucking take a picture of your shit. No one gives a fuck. Other than me hating random Instagram posts and putting your shit on the floor, I hate when people call lifestyle content, I'm gonna go downtown and I'm gonna take a picture. That's not lifestyle content. Unless your brand is nightlife vibes based, then totally, that's lifestyle content. But if it is not, no, there's no fucking way. So here's a brand that I found, and I know it seems like I'm contradicting myself, but I'm not, because it works for their brand. Their brand is Rich Off Cutsy. This is like a LA slang type shit. You have to be from LA to know. But specifically, the way they are dressed and the way that they're standing, the way that they're posing, the places that they're at, it all fits the brand so fucking well. I love this shit. Obviously, personally, I would not wear it, but the way it looks, it's like they know their audience. This is for like a Hispanic boy. I mean, it could be for like every race too, but like a 14-year-old Hispanic boy is probably going crazy on this shit right now. And I just think it's literally perfect because they know who they're talking about. Like 14, like my age, like 22, 23, I think Hispanic boys and maybe Hispanic girls too, they're probably going crazy off this shit, especially if they're from LA, because it's really like, it's really taken from like the Hispanic LA culture and like how the Hispanic people dress and how they wear their clothes. They really wear baggy Levi's with Jordan 4s and a MCM belt. Like, they still on that shit, right? And they go wear they fitted caps and all that shit, right? So I think it's just perfect. And they go sag the fuck out of those pants. That's how they dress. And I think it's so on brand and it's not messy. It makes sense. All this shit is the same type of aesthetic, even to the down to the music they use. And they're really repetitive throughout their whole Instagram, their whole IG, and their whole TikTok. It's repetitive as fuck. They're really good. I don't know if they're running their marketing thing or if somebody else is running it, but it's like, this is perfect. If they keep doing this, and they're new too, if they keep doing this, they're really gonna like blow, because it makes sense, right? Even the what's it called? Even the logo, the Ritz Off Cutsy logo it's perfect. It looks like maybe this is a Hispanic kid could draw it, right? The logo is even perfect. The logo is very on brand, like that graffiti type vibe. And you're a 14-year-old Hispanic boy in school, you would start drawing that fucking thing on a piece of paper. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, they're obviously a smaller brand, so they're not big yet. So this is perfect for a smaller brand like you guys, or even if you're a bigger brand and you're lacking with your content. This is perfect to see. Like I said, the MCM, the baggy ass Levi's, the Air Force Ones, the Jordan 4s, like, it's very LA, like Hispanic LA. Even the music, fucking underground LA artists. This right here, not my favorite thing, but the music matches perfect. And then they're like at the little new thing that they have downtown. That's LA music, doing LA shit. More like hood LA shit too, low key, which is fine. I just want to show you guys like a non-messy social. Obviously, this IG is not perfect, but it's niched out. They understand who they're talking to, and they're not going to talk to nobody else. They're only going to talk to the Rich Off Cut team members or a consumer. In your content, your TikToks, in your pictures, your shoots, I mean, you need to have a couple of like props and concepts that are consistently similar and are always in the same realm. They need to have similarities and it needs to be repeat. Again, humans love routine, so make it a story as you scroll on all your socials. It should be a storyline, and the storyline is that same one marketable topic throughout that whole thing. Okay, that's where you really push the one marketable topic throughout your content. That is the perfect way to show people this is for you. Here you go. This is for you. I know who you are. This is the shit. Your journey as a clothing brand owner is always to let people know why you like my brand. You're going to consistently tell them that shit. You are always going to be like, this is why you like my brand. This is why I think you should like my brands. If you don't think you're supposed to be doing that, you're wrong. You're supposed to be doing that in different ways, though. You can do that with showing them things that they like. Again, also, your TikTok, especially your Instagram, is fine. But your TikTok, especially, I would show different shit all the time. Like, I would show things that you like, maybe like a mood board, stuff like that, just to get the audience to come in and be like, oh, this is cool, stuff like that. Because I feel like when you do that, it builds more of a community with the person. So reinforce why your customer loves your brand as much as you fucking can. Always reinforce it. Okay, and my last and final thing for a non-marketable business, or you think your brand's non-marketable, or you think that, you think that this is probably one of the reasons that you're not growing, this one is really important that no one talks about. I base my videos and most of my content based on you're just growing, or you're in the middle and you've grown a little bit, but you need more growth. So if you have a brand and you're making content that doesn't blend with your customers' content, you will always be looking for engagement. And what I mean by this is, like, when you post content, it has to blend well with the content they're already watching and looking at on Instagram or on TikTok. That's the key. But you also have to place yourself out of there. out of that similarity. So this is kind of a hard concept to understand, but it makes sense. Obviously, you want your content to blend, but not blend too much, right? So obviously, you want your piece to talk. Now, this, when I say content that blends, this is where you have to sit back and ask yourself. I think you should start with one product and then build. That's just my thing. Start with one product and then build. Make sure you perfect that product and then you build. Yeah, like I said, if you have that one thing and you know it works, okay. But you have to make sure it's perfect. Because if we're making content that blends with your other customers' content, that means your piece has to talk loud. That T has to talk when it's on TikTok and on IG and shit like that. Like, that piece has to say, like, oh shit, this, I love how this looks, because it looks like the other shit I've been seeing. It's kind of similar. But that hoodie that person has on, that tee that person has on. Okay, so think of content that blends as similar to Virgil's 3% rule. If you don't know what Virgil's 3% rule is, he said creating something new by only changing a process, a product, a perspective, etc. by 3%. That's his rule. So what I'm telling you to do right now is you're going to make the content similar to these other people. I am, at the end of the day, I am telling you guys to make content that's similar to influencers and stuff like that. But the 3% rule, the 3% thing, the thing that you're changing in that content that's similar to influencers, which is the main way I tell you guys to make content, is that the 3% difference is that you made those clothes, and that those clothes need to pop out as much as possible. So you're changing the perspective. So this is an influencer style piece of content, but this hoodie in here, you should buy it. That's the change of perspective in it. That's what I mean by content that blends. Obviously, at first, you would probably want to do something that people have slightly seen before. And then as you get bigger and bigger, of course, pop your shit. Do a whole bunch. I don't give a fuck. Go wild. Go crazy. Go wild. Go crazy. Go like the UK boys are right now. UK boys have whole ass statues up and shit. This is a place where you get some little help from me if you need it. I know you guys are obsessed with this content strategy. I'm thinking about opening it up. So, okay. So this is like a place where you could just get some more insight from me, that even though I think these videos help a lot and a ton, but if you want a little bit more insight just from me staring at your brand, because I kind of generalize everybody's brand and what I think everybody's brand looks like. So if you're like, hey, I want some more just info from you, you could go on here. It's linked in a bio. You could go fuck some shit up on here if you want to. I have a Discord, I have a TikTok. That's kind of how I blew. And I have an Instagram. I have all these things. Thank you guys for 1,000 followers on Instagram. Insane. 2K on YouTube. Ugh, insane. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure that you are not doing the things that I said in these videos. And if you guys need a little bit more help, you can just click the link in the bio. You can email me. I put that all down there. And I'll see you guys next week with 2 more videos. I'm doing 2 a week now. Don't hold me to it.